Relationships. What's going on in your relationships recently? Relationships is such a key factor of happiness and fulfillment in our lives. Do we have people that we're close to that we can lean on in tough times? Do we have people close to us in great times that we can celebrate wins with? Do we have an amazing romantic partner? Do we have amazing friends? Do we have a great relationship with our family? These are all important things that link to a sense of happiness and fulfillment. I was doing some research on happiness and fulfillment, something I'm very interested in. And I looked into the world's longest standing happiness study. And I learned some things that I'm going to share with you guys here. So in that happiness study, it was a Harvard study, and they, interviewed people, and I think for over 50, 60 years now, and they keep asking the same group of, I believe it's men, how are they feeling? What's going on in their life? In a series of questions. And what they determined in this study was that the biggest key to long-standing happiness is the quality of their relationships. It's not about how much money they made. It's not about the jobs that they kept. It's not about, all these things that we're outwardly looking to pursue. It really comes down to relationships. Another big thing that they found is, instead of thinking about, how can I serve myself, this concept of how can I serve others, right? Having this kind of communal feel and aspect to it. It reminds me a bit of the tribes, right? And how our brains have evolved. I think our current society has become very individualistic, and that can cause people to feel very alone, right? It's very much about solo exceeding, winning, building. A lot of times it can feel a little lonely, but we grew up in tribes, man, and our brains definitely have not evolved at the same rate that that society has, right? We grew up in tribes where we would go out and we would hunt together and eat together and dance together around a fire. And so I personally have found so much love and fulfillment by having friends, by having a community, by having people that I can get together with and we can celebrate together. Or if it's a challenge, right? Think about back to the evolutionary times. If you think back to the evolutionary times, if one person didn't eat, they all didn't eat, right? You're out there hunting together. And again, I know things are a little different, but if you're starving in any sense, if you're starving financially, if you're starving mentally, if you're starving emotionally, so many people take that burden unto themselves and really internalize it. And what I'm saying here is it's so important and valuable to have good friends that you have a deep connection with, not just surface level, we're going out and we're partying and we're drinking and we're doing whatever. Having real deep connections. Something, today I just, I got to meet up with my buddy Tim. I just finished up hanging out with him. And dude, he's such a good guy, and I love being with him, and I love being in his presence. And, I was feeling a little anxious before. I was feeling a little lost, right? This journey, this path that I'm on, there's definitely a lot of uncertainty, right? And definitely feelings of fear come up. I just made a very big career shift, right? Before I was brokering real estate and really focused on brokering real estate. And that was a great source of income for me. But I found it very unfulfilling. I found it, a lot of times I would be in the office and just be like, what am I doing with my life? I just felt like I was chasing dollars all day. And it felt very dehumanized to me, right? Not to say that you can't be a real estate broker and bring an incredible intention to it, but for me, it just, I feel better, focusing my energy in other places. And so I've listened to my intuition. But with that comes a new level of leap, a new level of trust, where now my life looks very different. The income sources are different. There's a bit more uncertainty, but with that comes deeper levels of trust. And I am on this path to fulfillment. And, fulfillment isn't just something that you wake up with and you just have it for the rest of your life. I believe happiness and fulfillment is something that we work on, or that we feel, that we have practices, that we have rituals, that we invest in. And as we continue to do that, we continue to build that skill of being happy, build that skill of being fulfilled. And that's really what I choose to do here with this channel with you guys. And so we can all do this together. And I'm just gonna talk and feel where I am at, and hopefully you guys can hop along this journey with me, share what you've been learning, and we can all build this together as a community. And it's a really, really cool process, and I'm really grateful for the leap that I've taken, and I'm grateful for the journey that each and every one of you guys are on. And I think you can give yourself that appreciation for being on this journey of life and doing the absolute best that you possibly can. Give yourself some props for that. Really give yourself some props. But my intuition is really coming back to this thing of friendship and relationships. And I've spoken to a lot of young men who don't feel like they have that source of connection, those, people. And it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference to have friends, to have community, and it's not out of your reach. And if you do have it, invest in it, double down in it, see how you feel more alive. Because when you're doing that, when you're investing in a friendship, you're investing in them. You are contributing to this world. You are giving your beautiful energy to your friend. I'm sure when you sit down and you can think of a time where maybe you sat down with a friend and you're grabbing coffee or something like that, or a meal. Maybe you didn't feel so hot going into it, but after you just feel alive and energized. So that's what you can do with friends. And you can also organize it in a way that you can do it more in your life. You can invest more. One big thing that my friends and I do, we have this thing called Accountability. And it's 8 of us. Wow, this flower is beautiful. Nothing. Take a minute to smell the roses, because them roses are beautiful. And that is something that I choose to do every day. Smell them roses. Look at that. Like everywhere. I'm sure wherever you are, you can go and smell some roses. Because that also leads to a sense of happiness and fulfillment. Like, look at these sunflowers. Like, whoa. Back to Accountabilities. Accountabilities. Should make like a superhero like thing. Accountabilities. Just like picturing that. Accountabilities. So there's 8 of us, and we meet once a quarter, and we talk about our lives. We talk about our goals, our visions, what we choose to do in our life, and with a lot of intentionality. So it's like an all-day thing once a quarter, and then we have a retreat, and that retreat happens once a year, and it's like a 4 or 5 day thing. So this year we're going down to the Keys, and it's going to be awesome. And so I'm excited to make some videos from down there and share that energy and share that passion with you guys when we're down in the Keys. And yeah, man, it's beautiful. It's friendship. And so luckily we all live here in Jacksonville, so I get to see them all the time, and we get to help each other grow. And it varies. Some of the guys are married and have kids. Some of the guys have a significant other. Some of the guys are single, like myself. But we all find time to hang out and inspire each other. Like Monday, I met up with Kurt. So Kurt, he is, married, has a kid, has a big business, and he has a lot of responsibilities. And so with him, right, he still makes a concerted time and effort to meet up and invest in these relationships, because he knows the value in these relationships, in investing in them. And so we met up on Monday and we did a beach workout. Right down there is Jack's Beach. And so we were out there. We did like a 30-minute high intensity workout. And it was awesome. And it's just like, boom, that is such a great thing that increased both of our energy, increased both of our happiness, both of our fulfillment, and is awesome. Our other buddy, Vlad, dude, he's awesome. And so we met this past weekend, and, we went out to the, Jack's Beach bars, to watch the UFC fight. There was also like a big band playing. It was fun. I don't drink at all, so didn't drink or anything like that. But just being out there and being at that energy and being there with my friend really helped. Really just like brings a lot of happiness and fulfillment into my life. And then, man, I could go through the whole list of all the guys and like all the cool things that we do together. So all the accountabilities, when you guys are watching this, I love you guys a lot, and I appreciate you guys and what we do for each other in life and the value that we add to each other's lives. It's awesome to know that we're not doing this thing of life alone. We're doing this together. So I'm super grateful to have you guys, and you guys bring a lot of fulfillment to my life. And I'm really grateful for these relationships. And so for you guys, the audience, I don't even want to call you the audience. I want to call you my best friend, right? Because you and me, we're walking through life and we're building this just like me and the accountabilities, right? Like we're learning, we're growing every day. I ain't perfect. I'm still figuring out this thing of happiness and fulfillment. Like, I'm not happy and fulfilled all the time, but I sure do feel a lot of it every day. Flowers again. Let's go. Life is good. So when we're spending this time together, I really am visualizing you here with me. And that's my intention with these videos. I've kind of shifted it. Before I was like, life advice, whatever. Now I really just feel like I'm hanging out with a friend. And so if you want to be my friend, keep watching the videos. If you think I'm crazy and weird, but you like it, keep watching the videos. If you think I'm crazy and weird, and you're like, this dude's fucking nuts, and I don't want to hang out with him, then don't watch my videos. Our videos. I'm gonna call it our videos, because we're doing this thing together. And so, this is a community, and we're working on fulfillment together. And as I mentioned, I'm not perfect, but I'm working on it every day. And I'm getting better every day. And I'm doing the very best that I possibly can. And I love it, man. And so, you as my friend, we're talking about the importance of friendship. And yeah. Keep that with you. Keep that love with you. I'm here with you. If you ever need anyone to talk to, let me know. I'm here. You can book a call with me. And I'm happy to chat through life with you, where you're at, be a resource for you. And yeah, one good thing you can do today is just realize like the importance of relationships and friendships and how big of a difference that is. And so as we move forward on this journey together, I'm going to continue to talk about fulfillment and different concepts and ideas that really resonate with me, that have worked for me. And I have a feeling that it'll work for you guys too. Maybe you guys might have different things that work. Maybe some of the things that I say don't work for you. But my real goal here is just to really share the wisdom and knowledge and walk around with my new best friend, which is you, and live this life together. So I appreciate you. I love you. Have a beautiful day.